Okay, howdy ho, internet neighbors. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Vormithrax. You can call me Vorm. Let's play some Cataclysm. Yeah, Cataclysm Dark Days ahead. So we're doing the, what are we doing? We're doing the Drunk Gardener? The Drunk Ninja Gardener Challenge. Yeah, there's our character. There's where we're at. There's our character back. So on this one, we're mostly just demonstrating the silliness of the Drunken Master, which is now irrelevant. Corgent got tired of my complaining, and finally, after, I don't know, 10 or 12 live streams demonstrating the nonsense of the Drunk Master trait, it's been fixed, it's been moved, it's no longer available. So if you want it, you got to go to the Mythical Martial Arts, and even if you do go get it there, it's going to be vastly less bonusy. So there you go. No need to thank. It's gone though. We still have it in this particular challenge, and I have not updated the build number. We're going to finish this build out, I think, on the whatever the current one is, and 0.E final release candidate is out. So hopefully by the time we start our next one, the 0.E final will be done, released into the wild, and all of us that play experimentals will shrug and then just enjoy the landslide of additional content that's been put on hold during the 0.E final stages. So yeah, looking forward to it. So let's play some Cataclysm. So on this one, we are Grasshopper the Third. It took us 3 tries. We're on our 3rd try to keep this guy alive. It is a mega city during the daylight, and we've got 150% hit points for the zombies. 150% resilience. So they're tough. I've been playing around with that setting for a bit, trying to find where I like the sweet spot to give me a little more challenge, but not so many zombies. I'm getting a little tired of the double zombies thing, so I wanted to switch it up. So we're playing around with the toughness instead of the pure zombie count. So I'm trying to find a spot where I can have a decent number of zombies, but not an overwhelming amount, and still have some entertainment. Other than that, yeah, we got Drunken Master, the now dead trait. So it's gone. We got Fleetfoot, we got Night Vision, and we are Ninjutsu. For negatives, mostly it's just imperceptive healer. Nearsighted, no big deal. Fast metabolism, in my opinion, when you pick fast metabolism, you should have to sign a waiver that says, yes, I know I'm experienced at the game, and this should be considered a positive trait instead of a negative trait. So instead of giving me points, how about you just take some points? I think that's what should happen. I think anybody that's got some time in the game should actually spend points for fast metabolism instead of having points refunded to them to spend elsewhere. New players, fine. It's fine the way it is. But for people that know how to play, it's just one of those gimme traits that's too easy. It's more of a benefit than a negative. But yeah, so we haven't done much in the way of skills, mostly. In our first episode, we scurried around, got killed a couple of times, and then landed on this 3rd attempt, and we're still alive. It's always a joy trying to run around a mega city in the daylight. Good times, good times. But we managed to keep somebody alive, and we've gotten geared up pretty effectively just at the end of last episode, and we're kind of hiding out in a hunting store right now. I remember when we finished up, I was deep pondering where to set up our home. One of the challenges we're trying to do in this one is to actually set up a home that's pretty cool for our gardener to take care of. How and where, I don't know. I don't know exactly where I'm going to try to do that. I think our immediate concern is just to stay protected for a day or two while we recover some hit points. We did get hammered pretty hard. So getting those hit points recovered, maintaining our little stash of goodies here is probably the biggest thing. And then we'll get moving and try to locate our home base that we're going to try to clear the area around it and then defend it. The closer I do it towards the city's center, the happier I would be from a difficulty challenge standpoint. But that's almost all commercial district, and that's where the zombies wander into in cities. There's a 50-50 chance of which direction the horde moves, and 50% is towards the nameplate. So the closer I get to that nameplate as time goes by, the uglier it's going to get. But that would also be more challenge. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so that's enough about the character. Here's our map. Yep, it's a mega city. And we're kind of hanging out right on the edge. This is my sweet spot, right along here. Basically, there's a commercial industrial district in the center, and then there's the residential suburbs on the outskirts. I like to be right on the edge so I can still run away and hide and parkour my way through houses to escape chasers and enemies, and get into basements, get up on roofs, and all the houses usually have multiple entrances and exits. But when you get into the commercial and industrial stuff, a lot of the buildings only have one entrance, may not have a roof you can access, or only have one drain pipe up to the roof, which is not a good thing to take. So yeah, it's a lot harder to maneuver and stay alive when you're doing so in the commercial industrial areas as opposed to the residential. So I like to sit right kind of on the border, initially at least, and then raid into the commercial areas as I can and use the survivability of the neighborhoods and the residences to keep me going. So that's where we're hanging out. We had a hunting store right here. We drove a car into the back wall in order to get access to it early in this game. We're only on, we're just barely into day 62, so I mean, we started at 8 a.m. on day 61, so we're what? Day 61. Yeah, so we're just barely at the end of the day. We haven't even slept yet, I don't think. So, super early into this one. But through some fortuitous circumstances, we're pretty well geared up in some random stuff. We got plenty of food. We just raided a pharmacy across the street. So we've got plenty of meds. We also hit the local library, so we've got plenty of books. We got some weapons. The only thing we don't really have much of is protective gear. And I don't yet have a good supply of carry capacity. We're about to lose our duffel bag. And I don't have much in the way of skills to fix it or make a new one right now. Like I said, super early into this one. All we've really done is we started with the melee skills and the combat skills, and we've gained 2 fab and 2 survival. And I think we started with 2 survival. No, we started with 2 fab also. That's right, I forgot. The landscaper starts with 2 fab, 2 survival, and then I bought the melee skills. So yeah, we've done nothing. We've done absolutely no skilling up except for, I think I started to read a first aid book. That got us to there. That's the sum total. So super early. Most of Friday's stream was dying twice and then getting this guy to this point. So yeah, it's a machete ninja. We took a landscaper start. Landscaper, if you're not aware, starts with a machete and a scabbard. Pretty cool. And then we combined that with a ninjutsu style, which benefits from the machete. It's a valid weapon for the machete style, or for the ninja style. So we're combining that with the broken and now much lamented Drunken Master trait. This will be the last of the Drunken Master runs. We've had a lot of them lately as I've been trying to get somebody to pay attention and get rid of this stupid thing or modify the hell out of the Drunken Master trait, and we succeeded on Friday. It's now been effectively removed. It's been nerfed heavily. It was a function of the 6-second to 1-second time frame change that actually supercharged it. And then it also got moved to the mythical martial arts. So, there you go. No more single point cost trait that makes you hit like a Barrett rifle on day 1. Yeah. So, I haven't updated my experimental build since Friday. We're still on the same build. I'm just going to ride this one out until this challenge is over, probably. So, let's get with it. So there's our gear again. Like I said, we've just got some found gear. Nothing really interesting over there. Light amp goggles would be the biggest one. As you can see, my screen is all green. So we did get light amp goggles here in the hunting store. And as soon as we saw that, I immediately just hid in the closet and waited till dark. That vastly increased our survivability, getting the light amp goggles. But we got an ice axe early. That was awesome as well. So we've got prying capability. We picked up the compound bow and some arrows here in the hunting store. We've got plenty of alcohol, and as you can see, we've got plenty, and that's not all of it, of medical gear. A lot of it's on the ground as well. The pharmacy was pretty generous. So, the situation is that I am now tired. We haven't slept yet in this challenge. We're thirsty, hammered on hit points, and we are an imperceptive healer, so it's going to take me quite a while, actually, to get that healed up, especially at 0 first aid. So that is an issue. I do not really have a safe spot here. We've got a hole in the back wall that we rammed into with our vehicle to even get into the place. And last time I checked, there were a few zombies, so there is an entrance right here if they just step diagonally, and otherwise it's just a couple of doors between me and them. So if anything hears me, detects me, or decides to wander this way, I got nothing much I can do to stop them, and it's a one-way in, one-way out room. So not a lot of dodging ability either in here with all this furniture, and I don't want to start smashing it because that'll attract attention as well. So I still think I'm going to hang out here as long as I can. Ideally, I'd like to get to at least early morning time before I sleep. I want to keep my day-night cycle flipped. I want to sleep the day away, wake up, and then have the whole night to roam around, get what I need. But I need to seriously start thinking about where I'm going to try to set up the home base. As you can see, city center is right up here, Luton. And I mean, this is a problem. There's a collapsed tower right next to the city center. If you're not aware, collapsed towers are bad. They've got their own special set of enemies. They're nasty. I don't want to deal with them if I don't have to. I don't want to do a fire station. I've already done a fire station with my Fire Station Z. So I got to figure out what else to do. I'm not interested in doing a super big building like the hotel. I want it preferably to be a smaller building that we can take advantage of, try to defend, all that kind of stuff. Roleplay yourself, that's pretty much all I do. Not much RP in my stream. If you're looking for RP, Rycon is that-a-way. Go visit Rycon's channel. He's got really, really cool RP content for Cataclysm. Me, I just randomly press keys on the keyboard and complain about things on the internet. So, yeah, I need your guys' help in figuring out what would be a good building to set up a cool base in. Tire shop? I can't remember what the tire shop looks like. There's so many variants on some of these things. Even some of the regular houses are pretty cool nowadays. So, it might be just that we have to just run around in the dark and check out the building designs and then decide from there. A bank? Maybe a bank set up in the vault as my primary little workshop area. I'll think about that. Bank's a possibility. But if you spot something on the map you think it'd be cool, let me know. We might check it out. I need to get a vehicle again. I'm not sure if the one in the back of the hunting store here is still working or not. It might be, it might not. I didn't check its condition before I hopped out and hopped into the hunting store. Oh yeah, and we have to move. I forgot to mention, if you weren't watching Friday's episode, we have to move. Because it's going to be all blobs all the time. The blobs are already starting to take over. As soon as you got one blob in a heavily infested area like this, it soon becomes all blobs all the time. So we got a lot of blobs in the area. They're going to start slowing the game down drastically because there are going to be so freaking many of them, creating over and over and over again as they absorb things. And it's going to be a nightmare. So I need to get out of this immediate area fairly quickly. It's midnight currently. I can't remember. I don't think there's basements that are safe in these nearby houses. No and no there, and I haven't hit too many of the other ones yet. We might have to use the rest of the evening, even though I don't want to go check for basements. That would be slightly safer for me to go hang out in, I think. And does anybody know? I don't actually know, because I almost never use these things. Does a sleeping bag provide comfort as well as warmth? Or is it only the warmth that it provides? I can't remember if you can just just put on a sleeping bag and then sleep on the ground. Or if you still really need a bed of some kind or something to sleep on for the fatigue bonus so that you stay asleep. I can't remember. If anybody knows for 100% sure, let me know in chat, because I might have to give it a try and then just deal with it. Alright, set up in the gun shop, the gunsmith? Possibly. It's a pretty good building, it's got the bars and all that. We do have some advanced evolution, so we are seeing some nasties, and something might show up that can break its way in, but same thing's gonna be true wherever I go. I was thinking of an apartment tower, but it's just too big, and I don't think I have any near me. Yeah, I don't see any apartment towers anywhere near the downtown area. Yeah, way down there. Only 2 of them total. Jeez. Are these all collapsed towers? Yep. Collapsed tower, collapsed tower. We got 3 collapsed towers in this town. I have to be wary of the proximity of all 3 of those to make sure I don't get hammered by those other zombies.
This for a while. Love the content. Keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you very much, Cattlestar TV. Appreciate the sub. I'll keep it up. Alright, so that's a lot of talking. What are we actually going to do? I'm torn between reading my first aid book, so I can get at least first aid 1 before I slap on a whole crap load of bandages, or hopping outside in my heavily damaged state and hoping I can find a building with a basement that would be a little more conducive to an overnight. There's a basement over there. There might be one here. I think I am going to go look in the nearby buildings first. So I'm going to check at least these buildings and these. I don't want to go much further than that, I don't think. If I don't find something I think will work in those locations for short term, then we'll just come back and we'll hunker down here in the hunting store. Alright, what do I have to drink? Did I bring any drink back? Herbal tea? Alright, we'll go with the herbal tea. I got rid of that. And I really want to slap some bandages on. And that'll actually level me up anyway. Did I make makeshift bandages? I did not make makeshift bandages? Or do I have them in my inventory? Nope. Did I not do that because I have no rag? I have no rags. Alright, so that's another reason to go. We'll see if we can get some rags that we can craft up some makeshift bandages, slap on to get that last little bit of experience level we need. Yeah, I have not yet myself directly encountered or tried to deal with the special denizens of the collapsed towers. I drove by one once or twice and kind of waved at them as we just kept on trucking, but I've never actually gone in specifically to a collapsed tower. There is a reason to do so if you're following the hub quests. The hub quests will eventually force you to go to a collapsed tower and pretty deep into it, but otherwise I just avoid them. So I don't have a lot of, or any experience really fighting the enemies that appear. There's like 3 different special enemies in those areas, and I got no experience with any of them. Alright. What do I think about the recent bow changes? I have an entire series based on the recent bow changes. In my professional opinion. Semi-professional at least. Alright, pro-am maybe. I think they're OP. I think they're too good. I think bows are too effective now. I think we've swung from they're too broke to they're too effective. They're still fiddling a little bit with them, removing some things and adjusting some things, and I've seen some strength requirements move around. So, but in my opinion, I still, personally, I think they're a little bit too powerful for what they allow. Being essentially completely silent, and I don't know exactly how to fix it. I've mentioned this before. My personal belief is, with the evolution of the game, and the number of additions the game has received, the sheer quantity of items, the sheer vast array of things we're trying to cram into the original structure, I think it's starting to creak pretty heavily. And what I mean by that is, for example, I think the skill system and everything involved with skill and combat needs to be multiplied by 10, meaning instead of having 1 to 10 levels, have 1 to 100 levels. Instead of having damage that only ranges from 1 to 200, have it range from 1 to 2,000. We need more breadth within which to then place things at certain intervals. Right now, if you try to add something, you've got to kind of wedge it in, and it looks either identical or it just, the numbers are so small, there's no room for differentiation between things anymore. We've just got so much stuff in the game And it's all being crammed into these little tiny number sets. Very small skill set range, very small, I mean, just everything. I think most of that stuff, and it would be a mammoth task. I'm by no means thinking or advocating this change come anytime soon, or if ever, but I think it would benefit the game if a large section of time and effort were put into just allowing the number systems to expand so that we have more variation between things and steps make more sense between power levels of items, between skill ups, and all that kind of stuff. Right now, it just seems really, really, really silly that we only effectively have 8 levels of skills, and you can go from sticking a pin in your eye to you're a brain surgeon in a few days of reading. I don't know. It takes a lot of thought and effort and so on, but I think it's starting to creak under its own weight. So, but the simple answer, I think bows are just a little bit OP for their ease of creation. I mean, I did a specific run after the bow changes, and we kind of investigated them and tested them and so on. And I talked a lot about my thoughts there. But it's so super simple and super easy to get to at least the longbow with the, not the broadhead arrows, but the first decent arrow. And from that point on, if you have any kind of maneuverability, you're basically home free from there. Especially in an early start if you're playing with default settings and no evolved zombies and so on. I mean, you'll just rule the world with your little pointy wooden sticks. I mean, you can hit to 14 or 15 away, completely silent, doesn't use stamina. There's the thing that I think they should fix. My opinion is, firing an arrow should use some stamina. Right now, fire 1,000 arrows, your stamina bar doesn't change a single bit. I think they should change that. I think, especially the heavy bows, where you've got a ridiculous 17 strength requirement. Why the hell does something that takes 17 strength not also drain your stamina? That doesn't make any sense to me. We need to add stamina drain to bows, and then they would be a little more balanced. That way you could fire your 10, 20 arrows and you'd have to go take a breather. Nah, feel free. Grab yourself a bow and a bunch of arrows and start firing away. Your stamina bar is not going to move a centimeter. Yeah, everything drains stamina except for bows. You walk in the wrong funny way and you drain stamina. You run, you drain stamina. You swing any weapons, you drain stamina. Melee, all that kind of stuff. That's why I don't understand it. I think bows need to have a stamina draw. Yeah. I think that would be the best way in the current system. I think They need to add some kind of a stamina drain on the different levels of bows, and maybe make it based on the strength requirement to draw the bow, and go that way. Different hat? Where? Who's got a different hat? What are we talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. My Boise State hat had an unfortunate accident. For anybody that doesn't know, my blue hat, that's a Boise State Broncos football team. College football team here in the U.S. That was my hat. It suffered an unfortunate accident in that it got really old, and the brim split, and it's no longer camera approved. So now I'm wearing my Alienware hat, and yes, for those that don't know, that's the Alienware logo. And if you don't know what Alienware is, then I can't help you. Had this hat for quite a while, actually. I got this hat back when I bought an Alienware system, back when they were pretty cool and did put out pretty good computer systems. I haven't looked into them recently, but this is like a 12-year-old hat I just never wore. Toss it to Zombie Dog. He would just ignore it. He's a good zombie dog. He doesn't chew on hats or shoes or anything like that. Never has. Never chewed on anything, really. He's been the best behaved dog I've ever had. 2008? Yeah, that sounds about right. I've had this hat for a ridiculous long time. Long before Dell bought Alienware. Long before. So, back when they were actually a pretty nerd happy cachet name. But yeah, I could toss anything at Zombie Dog. It would just hit the ground and he would ignore it. He doesn't chew on anything. Never chewed on cords or wires, never chewed on shoes, never Just never did. One of these days, I'll track down the early zombie dog pic and put it up. He looks like a little fuzzy bear. Pretty funny looking. Alright. Let's actually play some Cataclysm. Instead of playing respond to chat questions. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get out and move around. See if we can get killed. And I'll show you what I mean by blobs. First off... I'm going to get my duffel bag chopped up, and I'm going to be unhappy. I know. My art project thing I was working on fell through. I had to fire the artist and get a refund. So I then had other priorities for the available cash, and we had to move on. So I'm going to revisit the art thing and get all the emotes and all that stuff done again at some point. All right. Yeah, that is the keep the hat on one. So we're +1 on keeping the hat on. Oops. Whoa! Where'd all the blobs go? I don't want you guys in my store. I'm surprised. I thought these guys would have all gotten blobified. There's the blob. Alright, so speed 91, not too bad. We're gonna go... Yeah, let's go down this way first. Actually, we have a basement here, but I can't remember... I think it was occupied. If I remember right, the basements I found that I was considering are all occupied, and I didn't want to try to clear them out. Let's say hi to more blob. So much blob. Ooh. Another sleeping bag and a Zentai. These are pretty cool if you haven't seen these before. I can't point, but it covers everything. The entire body, eyes and mouth included. 0 encumbrance, 2/2 protection, 100% coverage, 20 warmth. Yeah, you don't need to fit it. It has no encumbrance. So, we're gonna grab that. That's pretty cool stuff. And the blobs are in. I don't want to fight the blobs either. See, there's no... Yeah, this one's empty, but it's not useful because there's no beds, there's no couches, none of that stuff. So, let's keep ignoring that. Damn, things are everywhere. If I go to sleep or anything, it's just going to be just massively multiplied by the time I wake up. I'm going to need to really relocate to get out of this blob situation. Whoops! That's not what I wanted. Really? No hit point? Oh, now he has a hit point bar? I see. I didn't see a hit point bar the first time I hit him. What do we got? Hammers, shovels, long ropes. I'll take long ropes. I don't need hydrogen peroxide. I don't need... Can't remember. I am rolling around with all the independent tools still. Which ones? I need a wrench. Wrench is the only thing left. We got the hacksaw, we got the hammer, we got the screwdriver. Alright. Do I care about a shovel right now? I think I do not care about a shovel. And blobs are in the house as well. They're just literally everywhere. It's all blobs. And another basement that is not going to be useful for me. Manual morale enhancement device. I'm not sure I've picked one of those up or not. Oh, a little one just changed into a big one. Interesting. So much. Did they break the window? Do blobs break things? Why is my memory telling me blobs shouldn't break things? I'm probably remembering wrong, but I didn't think they could break windows. Yeah, the Blob Menace, don't take it, or do take it seriously. I mean, it sounds funny when I first start talking about it, but I yelled as soon as I saw the first blob. I was like, oh my god, here we go again. There's a reason I said that. It gets stupid bad, stupid fast. Just from the sheer number of blobs as they massively multiply. By eating all of the zombies. I need none of this stuff. Don't think I need any of this. I've got my alcohol, I remember that. Pickled veggies, 2 portions. We're peckish, are we? Alright, let's keep taking the brief opportunities to eat while we're in kitchens. I think I already have one, but we'll grab it. Nothing else for the battery. Ooh, reading light. Grab a reading light. Archery for kids. I would like to find another carry option. Backpack, whatever. Trench coat. Whoops. Another one of the empty basements. Hey, blobs. Welcome to the basement. God, I can't open anything without blobs. Well, now I'm trapped. Sort of. Yeah, now there's 2 more at the window. Oh, it just gets so bad. Ooh, soldier. I don't want him to blobify, but I need to kill him to get the gun. Compound bow gonna be enough? And watch, he'll get blobified right before I kill him. Oh, I don't have the strength. I lost a point of strength. The pain. I can't use the bow, and it's gonna get blobbed. Leave me alone, stupid small blob. Alright, let's take... Oh, not an oxy. Take a tramadol. Come on, pain, go away. Some persistent blob action. How the hell is he following me? Blobs have noses? Really? How are these guys being so damn persistent? That's kind of ridiculous for blobs to be following me like that. That little guy's still doing it. Come on, strength! Whoops. Man, stupid guy's gonna get blobbed before I... Alright, I'm getting a little sick of this. This is ridiculous. Oh, now you ignore me? There we go, strength 9. Blob, if you if you blob him right as I try to kill him, I'm gonna get so mad. Alright, let's try it. 30 damage, that's pretty good. Come on, one more. Two more. Alright, we got him killed. Now we need to get my arrows back and get these guys to leave me alone. These guys are just being ridiculously... Look at that! Look at that! They're moving in directions to cut me off. They can see me. I don't understand what is going on here. Look at these stupid blobs. That is some hilarious blob engagement right there. Alright, we did not... Oh, look at that! The one soldier that carries the M249. Damn it! I had to kill the guy that had the M249. Damn it, why'd I get the saw guy? The one soldier in the squad that carries the saw. The squad automatic weapon. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, we'll grab the belt of ammo, and then hopefully we come across an M4 on the next guy. We got a gas mask, that's good. And do I care about the canteen? I don't really care about the canteen. Did I finish looking in that house? I lost track. I'm so annoyed about the behavior of these stupid blobs. It was actually this house, so yeah. Another basement I can't use. Well, I guess we're gonna move to those northern ones. It's just so many blobs of infinite following capability. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with these things. They're... I just don't remember blobs being able to detect this far and follow you non-stop like this. It's weird. It's a blob parade. Hey there, Feral. Let me introduce you to the blob parade. And now there's more just coming right at me. I don't understand what's going on here. Alright, well, this is worse than I thought with the way they're behaving currently. Back up the chat here. No pit nearby, but as soon as you get a single blob, it absorbs a zombie and splits into two. Then those two go out, absorb a zombie, split into more. I mean, it just keeps absorbing and splitting over and over again. So... that's why in a megacity environment, if you spot even one single blob, usually if it's just one and I know why it's appeared, I'll just immediately try to kill it. Because this cascade will happen. Hey there, Control-Alt James. Yeah, I'm glad you found the guide. It's helpful. It is a cool game. It takes just a little bit of effort to get into initially, but it's very, very well worth the effort you put in. For the grand total of $0, you get a redunculous amount of fun and entertainment. And crushing despair when you lose your favorite character. It does have its fair share of that. Okay. Yeah. I've never seen blobs swarm like this. I mean, they're coming directly at me from places where my scent cloud can't be. Or at least can't be leading them directly to me. I mean, like these guys. I came down along here, then came back up. There's no way those guys are following the scent cloud to me currently, but they're all running directly at me. Every blob on the screen right now is coming directly towards me. At pretty good speeds. I can barely keep ahead of these guys. And this is a fast character. I mean, we got Fleetfoot. And we don't have our full complement of speed, but we have enough that I should be able to outrun these guys, or even outwalk them. But I'm not. I don't know what's going on. This is really weird. Oh, this is not good. How long is it going to take that tough zombie to join the Borg? Come on, tough zombie, get Borgified. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to watch the conversion. They also don't seem to be paying much attention to the zombies. I mean, they'll absorb them when I'm not on the screen. See? Here we go again. These guys way up here now coming directly towards me. And that's outside of their, well, outside of what I suspect is the sound range for my sneakers. It's not like I'm thumping around in heavy boots or anything. What am I wearing? Yeah, sneakers. Alright, now I'm gonna get really annoyed. It's just, I can't go anywhere. Anywhere I try to go, I'm face firsting into a bunch of new blobs that all instantly detect me and come straight at me. There isn't a slime pit, right? Way over there. That's what I figured. This is all just blobs that have absorbed zombies. But I'm scared, more scared of the blobs than the zombies at this point. Pretty quick here. I'm not going to be able to maneuver. Oh, this is... I just don't understand what's happening here. They're moving as fast as I am. They're moving faster than I am. This is... I don't know what's going on, but there's something has happened to my blobs. And I haven't updated. I didn't update between Friday and now, so I have no idea what's happening here. But this is ridiculous movement from these blobs. As they pile in through the windows. I mean, there's absolutely no way that guy knew I was in here. And he's sprinting right at me like all the other blobs. And now, once again, another example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They were about 9 away. And now they're coming right at me. It's not one thing that's bothering me. It's a combination of things. They should not be detecting me from these ranges. Period. It's not like I haven't dealt with a billion blobs in labs and so on before. I've dealt with these guys millions of times. They're detecting me from ridiculous distances away. And they're moving stupid fast for blobs. You should be able to outwalk blobs. These things are running, almost moving as fast as I am. And if I drop any more stamina, they're going to start catching me, and then it's game over. I don't know. This is... this is game-endingly bad right here, because I won't be able to do anything. Even if I try to go back to the hunting store, if the blobs are behaving like this, I can't even go out to get gear or get a vehicle or anything. Naturally, more blobs in the houses. Yeah, they're catching me. Oh my god. So, do I lead the massive blob horde right into the one entrance? I gotta go around to the front. They also shouldn't stay on me like this. They shouldn't stay attached to me. That's the other thing I'm really trying to figure out. There's multiple things going on that I just don't understand right now. Oh crap, here we go again. See, those weren't as fast. I just... Alright, well, we're gonna be in Blobageddon, because I can't stay ahead of them outside, which is stupid. That's just stupid broke. If I can't stay ahead of them, by the time I spend any time down here, like if I go to sleep or if I read for hours, it's just going to be an infinitude more blobs as they, in the reality bubble, keep transforming things, and pretty soon I will be the only target. So yeah, this run might be done just because of this blob nonsense. They're lining up now. Yeah, let's go hide in our hole. Anytime you see a single blob in a city, kill it. Kill it with extreme prejudice. If you don't know how blobs work, when a blob encounters a zombie, the blob consumes the zombie and then creates a second blob. Those two blobs then wander out, each of those find a zombie, consume them, and now you have 4 blobs. Then the 4 blobs go kill 4 zombies, you have 8 blobs. That's essentially what's happening. Plus, the little blobs, when they take damage, they just split into multiple littler blobs, who then grow. So, multiple factors that cause this kind of cascade. I've had it happen numerous times, but I have no problem with the blob mechanic. It's not that's bugging me. It's their being to detect me from 10 spaces away, and move as fast as me, and continue chasing me regardless of what kind of distance I get on them. That's what's bugging the hell out of me. The blob mechanic, fine, they can be that way, but you should be able to outwalk them. Much less have to run to get away from them and have them be seeing or hearing or detecting you in some way from 10 spaces away and all staying concentrated on you the entire time. That's just ridiculous. So I don't know what's happening. I honestly don't have any idea. That is not how the blobs are supposed to work. If it was just one thing, I could deal with it, but it's like 3 different things that are really, really weird. I couldn't tell you if it's a recent mechanic. I think it's something broke, honestly, because we had blobs on Friday's stream, and I haven't changed anything from Friday to now. It's the exact same build. I haven't updated the build or anything, and I don't remember having this problem on Friday. We had some blobs. There were a number of them, but I was easily able to outwalk them and move around just like normal. So let's save and quit out. I don't know, maybe it's something bizarre with the lot, or the game has gone crazy on me. We'll try the one and only thing I can think of, which is just reload. But like I said, if it continues happening, this run's pretty much done. I might be able to get out of the blob infested area, but not with any kind of real gear. Which should be pretty annoying given what we've accomplished so far in this hard start. Alright, what did I pick up? Drop this random stuff real quick. Keep that. I don't need big old piles of these things. Lost one of my arrows. Oh, please tell me I have earplugs. Please tell me I have earplugs. I have no earplugs. It's gonna be plop, 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 plop. You wake up, plop, plop. You wake up, plop. Try to read, plop. Would you like to interrupt your reading? No, plop. Would you like to interrupt your reading? Plop, plop. No, please no. Oh God, no. Oh man. So yeah, I have no earplugs yet. I think I've got the skill for the noise canceling, or not. What's it take for the noise canceling? I've got Fab 2, which I believe is enough. Probably tailoring. Yeah, it's tailoring. I'd have to sit here and craft up my tailoring or read my tailoring up a couple levels, which is going to take quite a while at 7 normally intelligence. Alright, well, I didn't get any of the things done I wanted to. I didn't get any rags collected. I can't do any crafting with tailoring stuff. I hate learning tailoring from 0. It's so much faster just to craft to get tailoring skill at super low levels. Yeah, 70 speed sounds about right. I've got 92 speed currently, plus fleet foot, which makes my movement faster on flat ground, which is what I was using. So, I mean, I have a 22-point speed differential and a 15-point bonus. It's just ridiculous. Alright, be a little careful with the sound numbers, because the number they show you is your interpretation of how loud the sound was. It's not necessarily how loud the sound actually is. It's a really confusing thing if you don't know that that's happening. So, for example, if I was partially deaf from firing a gun, and I took a step, it might be reporting to me that the sound is 3 because I'm partially deaf. So it would show a number 3 here, when actually the number might be 6 or 7 or 8. So you got to be careful that you understand that that number is not the actual hard-coded value of sound you're making. Let's do cat. Let's listen to a bunch of plop sounds. 1 and 2% progress each time. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's eat some bandages. Oops. The ninjutsu bonus is the combat is silent. Melee combat doesn't make the normal noise. It's like range 8, I believe, sound 8. Mega Biscuit for Zombie Dog. Well, thank you much. We'll hold on to that until break time. And then make sure Zombie Dog gets to participate. Yeah, ninjutsu doesn't affect walking sound, just the combat. Alright, so I got the first aid to 1. Yay. I'm still not sure what's going to happen if I try to sleep in a sleeping bag on a hard ground. I suspect it's going to provide the warmth bonus, but not any kind of comfort bonus. We'll have to make a little bundle of clothing initially. Even tailoring to one's going to take a ridiculously long time. No, don't have a window over that way. I don't understand. So they're obviously seeing me from right there. They lose track of me that far away. Now he sees me again. Then they lose track. Yeah, they start moving around again. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, hard to tell. But even if they were hearing me, why are they fixating on me and staying? I mean, I'm not making noise. I don't know.